You're Near the Wild with Mat Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska.
No, we'll do it. We'll do it together. Hey, this is the Doug Stanhope Podcast with Mat Becker.
Hey, this is the Near the Wild Podcast with Doug Stanhope.
See? Comedians with a podcast do a podcast. It should be both of their podcasts. It's the Two Birds, One Stone podcast.
It's a classic. It's why they put different artists in the 40s. They put them in the same movie. Yeah. I love Bing Crosby.
And I love Dean Martin. I think I got the wrong guy.
Yeah, but still, I've never seen a movie with that. I would see that.
All right, we're in the bus, the magic bus in Anchorage, Alaska, in Becker's backyard. The Near the Wild podcast, home.
Which, yeah, the Near the Wild podcast was the first one went up on July 19th last year. So
wow.
we're just days away from
that was me.
Yeah.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
I was here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a airport pub crawl, or just flying to different airports and drinking, and then flying to another airport and drinking. And I scheduled in Anchorage. I had a 3.5-hour layover, and it happened to be open mic, so I broke the airport pub crawl rule of don't leave the airport, and got a ride down to Coots, and in no shape to go on stage, which is perfect for open mic. And I did the 3 bits, and then get off stage and said, "Fuck it, I'll change my flight." So I'm here, fucking shaking like fucking Nicolas Cage and Leaving Las Vegas. Couldn't sign the check at the bank, had to go to the bar.
Yeah, it was, it was a typical night of, fire and alcohol.
It's the best way to do Anchorage is not tell anyone you're coming, and then you only tell one person, and then only 8 people know. Because you said don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone. And then that's how it works.
But we had a beautiful night by the fire. And woke up on the most comfortable couch in the world, is the Becker's couch. Woke up without shame, and I still have 11 hours before I fly out to try to break my record of ever leaving Anchorage without some kind of distant shame making itself into brain cancer in the back of my head. Go away, thoughts. Go away.
This is going to turn out well. Yeah, the ticket change was quick and painless, too.
Yeah, I called up. Hey, thanks, Delta. Hey, this podcast is sponsored by the good folks at Delta Airlines, who let me change my ticket without a fucking nickel.
All he had to do was explain why he didn't want to go home.
Well, there's no change in fare. I booked the ticket like 11 hours before I left, so I guess I was already paying the maximum amount.
It's perfect.
So how's things at home?
What's that?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were part of this podcast, Chaille.
No, I thought you were asking Becker because you're visiting. I thought maybe you were asking him.
I'm at his home. I'm talking about my home. You already told me that fucking dogs don't have food. I leave for 72 hours and my pets are starving.
Well, I don't know where Bingo is.
My goldfish is out of water.
The dogs and the cats are fine. We've had it's supposed to be rainy a lot. And since you've left, we've had beautiful sunsets. So maybe change your flight again. I could use a couple more nice nights.
Bingo's recovering well. Her piss bag has been taken out. Bingo had to go back into. She didn't have to. She had the labiaplasty last year, and the doctor said, "Oh, I could probably touch up a few spots if you want to schedule something for free. Like if you get a bad haircut, and they go, oh, your bangs are a little."
I could even them out.
Yeah. So a very unnecessary surgery. So that's why I decided, hey, this is a good time to take a flight. I don't want to watch you walking around with a piss bag moaning because you have stitches in your cunt that you didn't need. Mm-hmm. And then at the last minute, I go up to the anesthesiologist, our doctor friends that, put this whole thing together. And she goes, well, I could get a boob job while I'm going to be put under anyway. And then she was so set on getting a boob job. Like you don't make this decision 12 hours before surgery on a whim. And then she was definitely going to get a boob job. So I called everybody to talk her out of it. Chad Shank couldn't talk her out of it. Her mother, who has a boob job that she regrets. Couldn't talk it. And it took me well into the night to talk her out of it. And and it stuck. So she did not get a boob job.
She did not. Good, because I mean, what's the point of reworking the vagina if everyone's just staring at your boobs?
Really?
You could have left the meat hanging. Stupid.
Always leave them wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
When you were explaining it to me on the phone, I thought you were pranking me for sure. But it just seemed like she was like giving that decision to get a boob job the same weight that you give. Do I get the basic drive-through car wash, or do I get the deluxe with the undercoating? It was like just this whole whatever. It's just
She was giddy. Because she said, well, the smallest one is about fist size, and she kept putting her fists up to her boobs and pretending she had a boob job. Yeah. And I'm telling the fucking doctors, our friends, I'm like, this is like giving a baby a tattoo. You don't just let her do things like that.
She's not allowed to make these decisions.
Yeah. Just standing at the candy rack at the fucking point of interest, point of sale.
I think I'm going to get tattooed eyebrows. I'll be under anyway.
That was her whole reasoning. But I'm going to be asleep anyway, and it's cheap. They were going to do it for the price of the implant. I go, that's not a fucking thing that you
don't go with a bargain on this.
There's not time to be thrifty.
If she's going to be under, there's a couple other things we could do. We could wash her feet. She wouldn't be awake for that.
Fake titty ladies always want to show off their titties, and I don't want her fucking whipping out her tits in a bar going, I got them pennies on the dollar. Hey, look, guys, pennies on the dollar. It's a push, pull, or drag it in blowout sale. Look at these.
Well, I don't know how the vagina thing's going to work out then. Hey, drive-through is perfect height.
And that's Dr. Rod Taki, Raadtaki. Dr. Rod Taki. If you ever want fucking pennies on the dollar vagina surgery, we do touch-ups.
Earl Shive. It's the same price no matter how many times it takes.
I'll snip any vag for $99.99.
I mean, it is one of those things that's very hard to check on his work. I mean, for the actual customer. Other people will tell you about it, but...
Yeah, how do you look at a vagina and say, wow, that looks perfect?
I think he did a swell job.
We're still waiting for someone to say that.
Well, the other thing is there's that time when you get away with it, like, you know, like a good palm reader. It's like, it's just still puffed up. In about 3 or 4 days, it'll be fine. He's busy closing up shop, putting stuff in boxes. Oh, my God. It's got a tentacle.
I remember Joey Scazzola used to do a bit about that, I don't know what the whole thing is. This is before he came out of the closet, but I don't know what the whole thing is with the vagina. Like, if you were like a kid and you saw a disembodied vagina on the sidewalk, you'd pick it up with a stick and chase your friends with it. Ew, get it away. Ew, get it away. Please hold. This podcast, this shaky-handed podcast is brought to you by Shitty Beer.
Yeah. Keep it cold.
Oh, good God, I get the shakes.
Yeah.
Nothing. Throwing 3 cups of coffee on top of an already brittle nervous system. That Bailey's isn't going to take the edge off of it.
It's like one of those vibrating football games. Here, hold this.
So, Doug, what airports have you been to since I saw you 2 days ago?
I went Tucson to Atlanta, layover in Atlanta to Orlando. Picked Orlando because they have a Hyatt in the airport, so you're not breaking the rule by staying at the the hotel. And then went to Minneapolis, 3-hour layover there. I remember a little bit of, and Anchorage, and then that's when it all went south. But I'll be on a plane tonight. Mm-hmm. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm. What could possibly go wrong?
And then then you're back to Tucson, right?
Yeah, back to Tucson. I'll pick up Bingo. She's got her bag is out. She's ready to go. I'll be home tomorrow afternoon. And then we have to come up with ideas of shit to do with that reporter coming down. But we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
A day in the life.
Yeah, the Phoenix, whatever the paper is there, I forget.
Phoenix Sun.
No, it's a Phoenix something else. Not Gazette. Whatever it is, the Phoenix newspaper is coming down to do a day in Doug Stanhope's Bisbee.
Oh, nice.
But we have to think of shit to
Through
do.
your eyes?
Yeah, like all I ever do is sit on the patio and drink.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
So now I have to fake like I do stuff there.
Is he bringing a photographer?
Yes, she is actually bringing a photographer. That's why she had to do Tuesday. It's the only day she could get a photographer. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, when nothing's open. I take them to Cafe Roca, but instead we'll have to go to the Bright Spot, which is not even in Bisbee. It's in Palominos, but it's a fucking cool steakhouse.
But that is something we do. I mean, we've done.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as
walk the dogs. Oh, that'll be fucking scintillating press. So yeah, I'll have to make shit up. But Tuesday is city council. So if we have a good thing to go fuck with city council, that's always fun. Get drunk and go give a speech that doesn't make any sense.
Protest the current Javelina pickup service. More federal dollars.
We could do something about the plastic bag ban. That's a huge point of contention in Bisbee. They banned plastic bags, and all the merchants are really pissed about it, and half the population is really fucking angry because you get paper bags that you have to pay for, and they have no handles.
Well, that's not the fight, though, Doug. The fight is that the city council passed it without putting it to a vote, and everyone's saying like, well, you know, what they're saying is they wanted to be able to vote on something like this, but really what it is people would rather just have plastic bags.
Right. We were going to do plastic bag night at the baseball game.
Where everybody wears them on their head?
We give out plastic bags.
Because you can't get them in town.
Contraband.
Are you allowed to use the ones you currently?
Oh, yeah, you can use the ones. So then you'd be at the Bisbee baseball field would be your source for the banned bags.
Fuck, what day is it? Because we got to go to those last two Bisbee Blue games. The last two home games are Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. They were in Douglas last night. Tracy probably knows the score.
Well, what day is it now?
Today's Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah,
oh,
you'll be home Friday.
I'll be home just in time to fucking go get shit-faced at a baseball game.
Well, no, we're doing Saturday. You're going to do the announcing with one of the gals.
Yeah, Sarah. But I was going to do both nights.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I figured. Why leave her hanging?
Yeah. Well,
I'll be there. I'll be there for you.
Baseball announcing. It's America's pastime.
Oh, shit. We have to bartend.
I know. We have to go bartend the Birdhouse, too.
Day shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, Becker got that girl to cover for him last night so we could drink together. And then I said...
Yeah, he throws it out there like it's no big deal.
Oh, we'll come in and cover for you tomorrow then for day shift. Really? Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't hold drunk people to anything.
Yeah, I don't think so. But she had this look of believing us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had hope in her Chinese eyes.
She's Korean.
Either way.
Kim's a wonderful person, and
Is that her first name or last name?
That was. Don't stereotype.
Did you watch South Korean soccer? It's the only team you could pronounce every last name. Park, Kim, Lee. That was great listening to soccer on radio. It's like if they were very diverse backgrounds, you could tell who had the ball. Mm-hmm. Like when it's Colombia versus Mexico, you have no fucking idea. Rodriguez passes off to fucking Suarez or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know who has the ball, but if it's Park against Falampuepue, Ghana got the goal.
I think Uruguay's in trouble on this one. A lot of Svensons.
Are you gonna? I think you should tweet that you're gonna be in the Birdhouse, Doug.
Speaking of tweet. The world is anticipating Mat Becker's first tweet. I already tweeted, hey, follow Becker. He's the funniest person I've ever known anywhere, ever. And he has no tweets.
Yeah, so. and the lead thing is, he better be. Better not be bullshit.
So he's got a lot of followers waiting for the first tweet at Houdini 357, like the Magnum. Houdini 357. So follow Mat Becker, and if he doesn't have a tweet by the time you're listening to this, well, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. It's a matter of the first tweet being,
Well, we had a similar situation with a comic, Brett Erickson, out of Peoria. We all know Brett.
Refused to get on Twitter. He was so against it. Just like the comics back in the MySpace days. Fuck that bullshit. It's stupid. Yeah, well, it's stupid, and you are at home instead of working.
Yeah, but
and he has become completely obsessed with it since then.
Yeah.
The big problem was when we were trying to get his name. He had something. What was the big deal?
He has a very common name, so you had to like every version of Brett Erickson comedy, and like that's too long. So he went with, I don't know what he went, like 68, I think.
Erickson 68 or something.
I don't know.
I think that was his barrier to begin with. Was I can't even figure out it. There's no.
Yeah, I have that problem. If I'll put out a DVD just because I have a great title. Right now, I don't have a great title for the next one, so I'm in no hurry.
No,
Twitter's a perfect, not arena, perfect venue for Mat Becker. It's not. Yeah. It's still the wrong word, but yeah, Becker fucking
platform,
best jokes.
Stage. How about a stage?
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is I like topical stuff anyway. So
medium, that's what I was looking for. And yeah, Becker's always get the fucking best topical shit right away.
Yeah, so we'll just dump those on there, and that'll be there. That'll be perfect.
What was the Becker joke you told me about 9 out of 10 Indian women? Some rape joke.
Oh yeah, what do 9 out of 10 people in India enjoy? Gang rape. Too soon? I'm not doing it. I'm repeating the news. People need to lighten up. I love it when you do anything that's negative and they're like, that's offensive. And you go, yeah, that's what I got out of it. I mean, what? I didn't say rape people.
I'm gonna fucking repeat that all the time. Sorry, we got audio issues.
Oh, I just watched Commando. This might be when they land in our backyard and ask us if they want to help the government.
I'm retired.
I'm getting back into this.
So this is a dual podcast.
Yeah, I think every fucking comic, anytime two people do a podcast, just put it out as your own podcast.
Yeah.
You don't have to do another podcast that week. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, it actually makes sense because every time I hear any of the ones like Louis C.K. will do like with yours. I mean, it was.
Well, he doesn't have his own podcast, but when I did Bert Kreischer's, I should have put that out as mine to introduce my people to Bert Kreischer while he's introducing me to his people. Right. You both benefit. So every comic who is not listening to my podcast.
Well, we were going to do that with Jeff Tate, but it ended up being a two-part. We did something with Andy and that other kid who was molested by Spleen. So it was a short one. But we've been waiting to do this. I mean, lead by example, right?
Jeff Tate's podcast is about Cheers, so it would have been tough to work that in.
It's hard to slip that in repeatedly.
I love Jeff Tate.
Yeah, he's fucking hysterical.
Yeah, I have a podcast. It's just about Cheers. He discusses different episodes with his guests. I think he makes you watch an episode so you can discuss it.
I was going to say, if it's based on my memory. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I think he's going in order, too. We listened to one of them.
Mm-hmm. He's telling you which one he's going to watch next so that when the next podcast comes around, you can be more invested in the topic.
But he does know every detail.
He deconstructs the episode.
Yeah, it was the one we listened to. He was with Tom Segura, and he's talking about, I love this episode because at one point there's an extra, and she's in a wheelchair. Like, it's really cool to have someone in a wheelchair, and we're very progressive. But fucking, they don't explain there's 5 stairs you have to go down to get into Cheers. How did she get down there? She's sitting alone. She had no friends there. Fucking brilliant. Junior Stopka had a podcast which is fucking unlistenable.
The food one.
Wasn't it a video?
It was video too. Yeah.
It's a cooking show, and he duct taped the microphone to his chest so he could have his hands free to
You
cook.
can hear him breathing.
And his Twitter is only readable if you know Junior and know how fucking retarded he is, because his jokes are all like he texted me this morning and he said, I hope I can remember it because you made me shut my phone off. He said, did you know my cat is in the UFC? He does the rear naked chokehold. REEER, all caps. Which is hilarious if you know Junior.
We laughed.
Yeah, I can understand why if people didn't listen to me when I said, hey, follow Becker, he's really funny, because I said that about Junior once, and there's a lot of people scratching their fucking heads.
But not his cat.
Hey,
I think he mentioned me.
Hey, since we talked about Jeff Tate's podcast, I'll just give it out right now. It's Afternoon Everybody is the name of Jeff Tate's podcast, and it's good. Listen to it. I don't know how often it comes out.
That's a plug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and we're going to be in Vegas together.
Oh, yes.
Las Vegas.
Becker and Stanhope riding again.
We're going to relive our youth.
We're going to relive our euphemisms.
Yeah. Starts with a microphone in front of you and ends up with that rabbit-eared pocket thing.
Yeah. September 27th is the show. And then hang out with me and Becker and probably Andrist and maybe Junior and a whole cavalcade of underground stars for Sunday. We're going to watch football in the casino all day Sunday. And you can hang out, and all you people from fucking weird places that email me and say, why don't you ever play Tinseltown, fucking Pennsylvania? No, I never will, but come to Vegas. And I'll engage your dumb ideas and thoughts, and I always wanted to do comedy. How do I get started? And I'll feed you some line of bullshit, and then I'll go, I got to make a bet, and then I'll get out of the conversation. Go, hang on one second.
Betting on the coin flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to do definitely side bets and do.
So that'll.
Chad Shank's going to be there.
Oh yeah,
I just found that out. And
yeah,
Andy's in, but he wants to know if he's doing time.
I don't know. The problem with Vegas is they can get really cunty about the time you're on stage, because they only want you on stage long enough to bring people in and then get them back out and gambling. So we're going to have fucking our Pitbull Hennigan get on him about giving us a fucking decent amount of time on stage.
And do you remember with the Vegas Improv when they 7.5 minutes exactly?
Oh, yeah, no, Steve Sharippa, when my first emceeing gig at the Riviera, the Improv at the Riv, and he goes, remember, you're doing 7 minutes, not 7:01, not 6:99, 7.
He was quite a violent man.
Yeah, he'd slap me a lot.
But the best part was at the end, you'd have your signed shirts, remember? And so you'd have the opener, there are 4 people on the whole bill. And of course, the headliner was the guy that they
4
came
people
to see.
doing an hour.
Right.
Total.
But so they'd line it up. And so some guy's paying $29 for a shirt. And the opener here, they give you a marker and you get to write whatever you want on their shirt. And they're like, I really just wanted him.
I remember someone saying, are you the DJ here all the time? Like they didn't even know the fucking nomenclature. So yeah, that's September 27th.
It should be fun.
Road trip. Yeah, that's the thing. I got to write this up. Oh, we already talked about this on another podcast. It's because the Plaza, which Becker and I played at the Plaza back in the fucking day. We used to play poker. This is way before World Series of poker, and poker was.
It was the only poker room. Really.
It was
The
They
golden nugget.
only had it because of the hardcores. They didn't want poker. It was they'd probably lose money just having to hire a dealer for the 5 stalwarts that actually played poker. And back then, it's still old Vegas, but it was such a fucking rat trap back then that one time a cockroach crawled across the table while we're playing, and the dealer is shuffling and just staring at the cockroach, doesn't even try to flick it off. And we're going, can we get a comp now? Like, I think anytime a cockroach walks, we should get a fucking breakfast buffet comp. Yeah. Nope.
But then we realized the cockroach was running from the breakfast buffet. At which point you realize maybe we don't want the breakfast buffet. We'll just take our chances at poker. But yeah, no, but that was amazing. That was like the original poker room that still survived. And when we had gone down there, because that was that one we did it on Halloween. Remember, we drove straight through with the guy from Australia.
Oh,
after the Comedy Store.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're driving.
Mikey, I still remember that guy's name. Some poor fuck flew from Australia and said, "Where are you playing?" And I said, "Oh, I'll be at the Comedy Store tonight." Not even like a headlining set, just your regular showcase set. And it was so dead. It was a Monday or Tuesday or something, and there was nobody in the audience, so they just didn't have a show. And I felt all bad. This guy's from Australia. This is when I had that very sporadic fan base. Like, no one knew me but one fucking guy.
Guy will fly across the country.
From the internet.
So we just take him to Vegas.
Yeah, we just drove to Vegas that night. I don't remember what happened after that.
Well, we went there. It was Halloween, really, technically night. And when we were leaving town, so we got the guy from Australia.
It's like 15, 18 years ago.
Uh-huh. And we're like driving.
I still remember his email address was Mikey182 @ he's probably still out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was working in a meth in Adelaide. Wow, should we take that out? Wait,
I don't know. Wait a minute.
I didn't give the what. I don't, if I said Yahoo, maybe we'd have to bleep it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't remember what his.
I mean, if there's a criminal record that you can look up, it's not really disclosing anything.
Good God! Hey, we forgot to mention Tracy is here. Greg Chaille's Tracy. We're with your girlfriend in a bus, possibly illicit materials.
Sounds about right.
Tracy, how about going to grab us a beer? Ooh. And that was Tracy, ladies and gentlemen. How about there we go. Yeah.
Tracy. So
Tracy's not fun like Bingo. She doesn't get upset when you fuck with her.
You know, she's very tolerant.
Tell me about it.
That dropped call brought to you by Skype. And now the second half of the Mat Becker Near the Wild / Doug Stanhope Podcast, also brought to you by
Cheap Beer.
The last beer in the freezer. Oh, God, why do you do that?
But
you make slushy beer.
Drink it. Well, yeah, they were supposed to pull them out and let them. Yeah, I keep them frozen, so when you leave them laying there.
Brought an assortment of like warm beer or slushy beer. Where were we when we got cut off?
You said Tracy's very tolerant, and I said, "Tell me about it," and then it went dead.
Tracy did it.
Tracy did it. Can I get a warm beer, Tracy? Let's try this again.
She's passive aggressive.
All right, here's more single engine Cessnas coming to fuck up.
Yeah, we live next to the largest small airport in the world.
Oh, it's like Reno, the biggest little
city in the world. Yeah. But we have so few crashes, it's almost amazing.
Small planes almost never crash into Becker's house. Almost never.
100%, 90% of the time. But yeah, but it's actually really cool because you see all these different ones. Like, you realize you can fly anything. I mean, since like the Wright brothers, you'll see these things with like fucking duct tape on them going, and I guess, I forget what the speed is. 65 miles an hour is what it takes to fly, I think. But yeah, and you'll see them flying with no doors and shit, and you're like, what?
Didn't your buddy Jared just start to fly?
Yeah, he's 15 hours away from being free to go.
And what's the total time though? 25? I mean, you said like third lesson, he was like, all right, take the stick.
Yeah, it's amazing. When you take flying lessons, he fucking like third lesson in, they shut the plane off, had him steer with the doors. They do. He goes, no, this is why you take lessons. You don't take them to sit next to me watching me fly. You take them to learn to fly. So he teaches you everything that can go wrong. That's what the lessons are. And so he's like killing the engine. He fucking fogs it up. He turns the instruments off on him. He unplugs shit, like the air thing. So all of a sudden he thinks he's going up, but he's not.
Hey, welcome to Tough Love Flying Lessons.
but the other thing is, the guy's like, "Oh, you're a lot better than some of them." Some of them, I'm fucking scatterbrained. I fucking plow right into a mountain. I'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna die." He goes, "Stop it! I was fucking with you."
Well, the thing is, in Alaska, everything is a reality show now, so they have to amp up the drama. Oh, that sounds good. That's not frozen. Mm. Oh shit!
Here, put this
God
in here.
damn it!
It's all right. Here, watch.
Well,
There you go.
you shouldn't need tricks you don't drink frozen beer. Get it off the laptop, you dummy.
Why are you on beer, Doug? I thought you were a vodka soda man.
We just get out of bed. It should be mimosa time, but no one planned ahead.
Yeah, all you got to do is just tell me. I mean,
It's the worst fucking. It's unbelievable. I think we have no car, but I also think we're in a. I only smoke when I'm drinking household, so everyone that was here last night left their extra cigarettes.
Yeah,
I went and walked around shaking packs to see how long I had before we'd have to find some kind of rescue operation to bring me smokes, but I'm good.
It's goddamn brilliant, actually, because I mean, if you think about it, in Alaska, like in the wintertime, we'll get snowed in, and what we do is we you know how that works with all of the people we know. You'll call up and go, "Hey, can you bring over beer and cigarettes and whatnots?" And we'll have a chain in which, like, Billy one time on the way to work came over and dropped off fucking all the supplies, and now we don't have to leave for another 24 hours.
High five.
Yes. So it's pretty much survival of the fittest up here. You find yourself sober on a snowy day, you fucked up massively.
You need more friends.
That's it. People go, I have kids that come knock on my door and they'll be like, "Do you want me to shovel your driveway?" I go, "No, I'm going to get to it."
But you can go get me beer.
Yeah, get me beer. You can use my ID.
Here's my ID.
Here, let me give you a scar.
A fake goatee.
Mm-hmm. It's goddamn brilliant.
Becker and I last night, you know how me and Duran up here do the who's get the longest balls competition, and every year I think maybe I can beat him.
Yep.
And I never can. Well, last night Becker and I were doing who's got the more grotesque ventral hernia competition.
Hands down. Well,
It's weird. Like a thing I've never heard of in my life, a ventral hernia. As soon as you say it, "Oh, I have one of those. Oh, I have one of those." It's like when I said, "Oh, I have herpes," and everyone's like, "Oh, I have herpes too." Who doesn't have herpes? I'm like, "Wow, I should have said
That's why I
it
won't
earlier."
buy a Porsche.
Yeah, fucking both Becker and I, you can do a sit-up and a fucking alien
It's
lump jumps
fucking
out of.
horrendous.
Someone sent me a picture of a Chinese guy with a ventral hernia where his heart came through it.
Ah.
Oh, see, we're already beat.
I know. Yeah, we can't compete internationally.
No, but then, he's got better health care than we do.
We're kind of double A ball up here.
No, you always stay in your region,
Yeah, don't fight outside your weight.
Dude, we're the best softball team in Anchorage. Oh, don't go to Reno. You're gonna hate it.
Ay, ay, ay. It's another fucking day in paradise up here, Chaille.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Usually I leave Anchorage feeling like it's either the airport or the ER, but I beat it this time by showing up in that condition. So I feel like I'm playing on the house's money.
Yeah, it was funny. He was half-eyed, and people were like, "Is he gonna go up on stage?" I go, "He is, but he's working against a lot of sleep aids, so you're gonna have to get him up right
I was
away."
on fucking Xanax, Benadryl, and Sominex.
That's what killed River Phoenix.
Did you do Sominex just for the taste? I mean, after you've got Xanax in there and the Benadryl.
That's over a course of flights.
Oh.
Like, all right, that's wearing off, so we'll restart it with this and then finish it out with that. And then, yeah, I had 3 bits that I wanted to try. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying up there.
No, it worked great. Like I said, they couldn't figure out what exactly you were doing here.
Well, I'm sure it's soothed the nerves of whoever had to follow me. Like, fuck, I got to follow Doug Stanhope. Not hard tonight. Not a difficult chore.
Big fat softball pitch.
No, that was it. It was like throwing out the ceremonial ball at him. It's like, oh, it wasn't a bad pitch.
Little help.
Yeah.
Little help. Shag that ball.
Another souvenir for a fan.
It's gigs like that where it's all the people that went, fuck, why didn't you tell me? I'm in Anchorage. I would have been there. They just hear you did a set. They don't know it was atrocious.
Yeah, that was the buzz on Facebook, because of a bunch of posts from some of the open micers, and Duran posted and took some pictures, and that was the whole thing. Was like, oh shit, oh man, I wish I was there. Oh man, I just left.
I've done better sets talking in my sleep.
No, but it wasn't that. The whole point is that it's the ones who weren't there that think you were.
Oh
great.
yeah, the legend goes. Yeah, it's. Oh man, you missed it last night. Oh, was it David Tell? You should have hung out, dude. You should have hung out.
Oh.
It was always Ralphie May would always do that. Like after everyone left the Comedy Store is when 2 porno chicks brought me in the bathroom. Like that never fucking happened. How many unverifiable stories do you have?
Yeah, that's it. Now they got cameras everywhere. That was like that. Remember the lady that kid got mauled by a fucking pit bull? Said that KFC, the customers were offended by her appearance, the little kid's appearance, so the grandmother had to leave, and they didn't even eat their food. And then they fucking, after the surgeons came out and said, oh, we'll fix her face, because he really was attacked by a pit bull, but it wasn't the grandmother. And so then they fucking, KFC's taking all the heat on this, so they fucking pull up the thing. They never came in the store. They never ate there. It was all a lie. They go, we got video, bitch. And now the surgeons are like, well, we'll still do the surgery. But they're not going to do as good a surgery.
No. I mean, pressure's off.
Make her look like the grandmother.
That surgery was done, by the way, by Dr. Rod Taki. Rod Taki. If you want any kind of plastic surgery, your vagina looks weird, your kid got mauled by a pit bull, go to Tucson, Dr. Rod Taki.
He does the best he can.
He'll put my girlfriend's vagina on your mauled child's face.
He'll do one boob at a time if that's what it needs.
I wonder if Bingo's labia will be like eyelids for burn victims someday.
I bet they do. I bet they use every part of it. They're like Indians. Well,
Fist bump.
Do you remember hair extensions? Everyone always, remember kids with cancer, kids with cancer? You ever read the whole background story?
No.
The background story is it turns out kids with cancer don't really wear wigs. That's why the whole class shaves their head. And they're like, we're all bald for Kevin. And so they go, where's all the wig thing? They send it to India where they make hair extensions with it because they get it for free. And then they ship it back and they sell it for $1,000 a fucking head.
I don't want to know this. You're stepping all over a bit that I do.
No, I'm sorry. But the fact is, it's a huge scam. And remember when they collected all the hair during the oil spill? They go, we're going to use hair because hair collects oil, and we're going to use it to make a big ball of it in a barge, and we're going to do it. And first they said it'd be a complete health hazard. The FDA and everybody got involved. Said you can't use hair to fucking stop oil. What would we do with oily hair then? They go, burn it. They go, this makes no sense. Guess what? All the hair they collected got sent over to India to make hair extensions.
Traded for kidneys.
Yeah, that's it. I can't wait for that camp where you go in and go, yes. I want a new heart. You go, your heart's fine. You go, yeah, I just want one. I got money. You.
Yeah. Livers help stop forest fires. So please donate.
Yeah, we need.
This is nothing, nothing I need.
Mm-hmm. We couldn't help but notice.
Remember Celine?
Yeah.
Celine's fucking sitting in Cincinnati. She's liver failure, waiting on a new liver.
No way. We were just talking about her.
Yeah, I got to call her because for some reason she was in Mexico. I don't know if you could get cheaper livers down there.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to call her after this.
No, everybody terminally ill goes to Mexico. Remember when
Joey Diaz called me up. The only time he's called me, hey, you got your little sister there, fucking Celine. She's fucking dying of liver failure. You got to give her a buzz.
No, thank God I didn't say a liver. Yeah, I'll call her.
She texted me the other day and said, I'm sitting in a old folks home for 3 months waiting on a new liver. She goes, fly out and see me in Cincinnati. She goes, I'll split the airfare with you. I go, split the liver with me.
You're kidding me? You're sitting in old folks' home. You can't find a liver. Those people don't have memories. Do you know who took it? I don't. Yeah, I think it was a Hispanic lady. I knew it. The nurse. Yeah, no, that's Celine though. That was the one where we so the Halloween we went and we used to go down to LA for Halloween, and we stayed at your place. You were on the road still, and we hung out with Celine, and we drank Bloody Marys for fucking probably almost 18 hours.
Yeah.
With Celine.
Where are they now?
Well, I mean, the point
old
is,
folks, I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, we quit drinking them at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly to Cincinnati to hang out with someone who wants to drink and can't.
I'll just soon hang out with the pilots.
I'm gonna get this bucket of chicken and go over to Darfur to enjoy it alone while you stare at me with those big eyes. Oh, that was enough fucking. I just thought of another bit I wanted to try out at open mic and forgot, but I don't want to stain them all.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, you know, we actually have a really aggressive, it's a good open mic. I mean, the guys are really good and they improve and they write new stuff. And, you know, it has that feel where it's very tough. I mean, a couple of the guys were like, I wish there was more open mics in town. I go, we can go start them. But the problem is, as you know, with open mics, is you get a whole diverse group of people. So if you go to a fucking Mexican restaurant and you go, we're going to do an open mic, and the guy haphazardly goes, go ahead. And then some guy's doing a fist fuck joke. You know, while people are eating, they go, well, no, we don't want it again. So I said, you either curtail it to the people who can do a restaurant, or you're going to stay at Coots.
Yeah, no, that's always the problem with open mic is everyone has to put every open micer on the thing or risk, you know, socially offending. And you can't just put up everyone that sucks. You have to mete out the suck and balance it. Okay, we're only doing this many every week. And we'll rotate you.
Yep.
And if you're doing the same shit every fucking week, there's no reason that we need to put you up.
Yeah, and they have a couple where they need to rotate them out so they don't.
You can't have 7 minutes for a year. You can't do that.
No, yeah, I mean you're living into accolades of.
Yeah, you're just like, hey, this is my song at karaoke. I just want to get applause and pussy.
And see, but that's the thing is we both know how that works. Is they fucking I fucking completely kill Pearl Jam. Unfortunately, now their database of fucking is they don't know who Pearl Jam is. So they're like, do you do any other songs? No, I still just do Pearl Jam.
I used to make Becker go to this karaoke place because we used to. One time we went to this awful bar when we lived in Phoenix, and I think it was in Mesa. It was hard to get to, and it was awful. But the first time I went there, I had I Am Woman with my own lyrics that usually got me thrown out of karaoke.
Yeah, because they're like, you're allowed to change the lyrics. You're like, what? Copyright laws?
Integrity with the karaoke crowd?
The first time I went there, randomly we went there, I got laid by some lower mediocre woman.
But it still counted.
But in my head, I thought, that bar is great because you can get pussy there. So we kept going back against Becker's. Oh, that was the fucking night. Have we talked about this on a podcast? That was the night you were like, there's no way I'm going home with her fucking friend. She's a pig. There's no way. And over the course of beers, as I'm hooking up with this chick, Becker finally lowers the standards enough to go home with her pig friend. This grotesque, and he gets back to her place, and she just turns out, I'm not fucking you. Why would you think I'd fuck you? And he's like, what? It took me like 6 hours to lower my standards enough to be here. So she went to the bathroom. Becker stole her last food stamp out of her wallet and came back. We were sharing this horrible fucking, not even one bedroom, like a bachelor apartment in Mesa, and we put that food stamp up on the refrigerator.
Yeah, that was it. I stole their last food stamp. They go, when she goes to fucking the store and goes, yeah, I'll have the ring dings and a sub. And hey, who took my food stamp? Guess what? I fucked you. You pig. I haven't eaten pork since.
Those were the days.
She had it coming. Yeah, we had some good road ones. The Skanky Bleeder.
Oh yeah, I actually went back to that bar. They still do comedy there. The place is run down. This is in Idaho Falls. It's too long of a story. It goes nowhere.
Yeah.
I just edited.
That was good.
That was you had to be there.
But yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't Idaho Falls. It was. Yeah, no, it was. It was.
Oh, you gonna tell the story?
No. We realized the story. You had to be there. We have video of it though. One day we should put up old videos. Fucking bust my balls about that, listeners. We have old videos of us with fucking mullets driving around.
Yeah, and starting forest fires.
Yeah.
I think the time limit's over now.
Yeah.
We used to laugh because every time we'd see a forest fire, we'd drive through these back roads till we could get to where the fire was. And we'd always do the same video clip. Doug smoking going, I guess there's a fire warning, but I don't know what it's all about. And he'd flick a cigarette on the car and then we'd drive and you could see the fire fucking raging.
We were driving, we were going, I think, Salt Lake to Boise. And middle of nowhere, and it's at night, and we saw forest fires raging. So we took one of those, the exit. What do they call them? Just
farm road
exit.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing on that exit, and you get onto a dirt road. So we just kept driving towards where we saw the light of the fire, and we're fucking wicked lost on dirt roads in the middle of the night,
and no way to get out of there.
Jackrabbits, when they would run in front of your car, we realized if you aim your car headlights towards them, they would stay in the headlights, so you could actually guide them. We have video of this, and we're doing the Benny Hill theme song,
and we're singing
just
it,
chasing jackrabbits, going.
And these rabbits are just fucking diving.
If they try to run off road, if you went towards them, they'd get back on the road. It was fucking hilarious. And then we end up in the middle of the fucking forest fire, and this fire.
Now we realize we got everything we wanted, and we have no plan.
And then we get to the fire where it's on both sides of the road, and there's not fire trucks like in a city, but like border patrol-y kind of. We're the only guys, and the firefighters are looking at us like, "Who the fuck are you? Why are you
here?
We're just trying to get out of the fire now." And we ended up driving through a field. We weren't even on the road.
No,
anymore.
we lost the road because it turns out that was the fire road.
I think that's why I don't have any interest in coloring outside the lines anymore. Now, if I saw a forest fire, I go, I'll read about it.
Yeah,
on the internet. I don't.
Well, now you can GPS exactly where it is. Yeah. Back then, we were just kind of. Remember, we'd have a map in the glove box, and we go, "Oh fuck." I tore Montana out to write that number up for that girl. We don't have a map with no Montana, and we're in Montana. We're like, fuck, I'm not buying a map. So Doug would go in. Thank God Doug has a good memory. He'd go in, look at the map in the gas station, and go, I think I got this. Remember these numbers, 18, 53, 17. All right.
You were so much more interesting when you were broke.
Yeah, no, it's...
Back when you had to get away with shit, you had so much more fun.
You remember when we would let tapes loop, like in the player, we'd let them loop, like Joe's Garage, Joe and Armor Trading.
I remember that.
And Counting Crows. When Counting Crows was going, we had that. You remember we were at that gas station and we were both getting on each other's nerves enough where we were like fucking hitting our wall, which happens with everything.
Oh, wait, we're in Minneapolis. Yeah. I could tell by your hand motion the fucking story you're about to tell. First of all, it was Counting Crows and Sheryl Crow. Yeah. Both came out. It was 94, I think. And fucking loved those albums. But we're in Minneapolis. We have a gig in Duluth. That's like a 2.5 hour drive if memory serves. If I'm wrong, I'll go to the gas station and get a map and check it without buying it. And we fuel up at a gas station. I have my 84 Olds Cutlass and the window's halfway down. We fuel up.
It's freezing out.
It's fucking March, so it's still pretty fucking cold in Minneapolis. I slam the door and the fucking driver's side window shatters all over it. And we have to drive 2.5 hours in the fucking freezing cold.
And I realized I just bought a gallon of iced coffee. Which is the worst thing you could have for this drive.
So we're wearing like sweatshirts backwards or something. I forget how we're dressed. Like we're wearing clothes.
Yeah, on our heads.
Yeah,
for the wind chill. And there's no way the driver, because my window still works. So if I stay close to the door, it clearly appears I'm trying not to be freezing.
We're on the fucking highway and people are wondering why you're driving with your fucking window down. So I had a sweatshirt with my face going through the neck hole.
Yeah, that's what
But something else on my hands, like socks on my hands or something.
But the best is people driving next to us. It reminded me of that Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with their car burned up. We're acting like nothing's wrong. We're looking at like, what is wrong with you guys? We're like, we have to get to Duluth.
Oh, good God. I remember that gig, too.
Oh, do you remember?
The fucking pool table. We went to, was it a titty bar?
Yeah.
Some half-ass kind of titty bar where they don't get naked.
No, but they insinuate it.
We were winning on the pool table and we could feel
the weird vibe.
Becker's always paranoid, but he's usually right. And people were like, dudes would beat on the pool table where you could see them plotting against us, like they're gonna kick our ass.
Yeah.
And we fucking paid off the bartender.
The guy.
There was a biker.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, can we buy you a drink? Act like you're our friend.
Yeah. And he said, if they kick the shit out of you, I'm not helping.
That's all right. Just act like you know us.
Act like you're with us.
It'll never happen.
Yep. And it did. And we worked it. Because remember, you had the Santa Claus hat on. That's what started it.
I used to wear a Santa Claus hat all the time for no reason.
Yeah, and they were fucking highly offended.
Yeah, but we got out of there. Clink.
Clink.
Mary's, I think, was it something Mary's in Duluth?
I think, yeah.
That wasn't the bar. That was the bar we played. Was Grandma's.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but
we'll get emails.
But you remember,
correcting me.
Duluth was horrible because the club was right next to the Mayo Clinic thing.
No, that's Rochester.
Okay, yeah, I remember that because they bring in all the fucking people foreigners waiting for their.
Yeah, we just did it again. We just did Rochester like last year, right, Chaille?
Yeah, that was on the East Coast run.
Chaille's like our Robin Quivers, where we pretend he's in the studio.
Yeah, that was a classic though, because you'd go out and there'd be all fucking foreigners sitting there staring at you, going, "Why are they here?" And they go, "Oh, they're waiting for their family to get patched up over at the Mayo Clinic."
Oh shit, Rochester, Hedberg and I did it's one of the classic yet cliched story of where we were co-headlining some one-nighter there before we were anyone. We were completely unknown. So you're playing to whoever shows up, and like the owner of the bar just died. So all the people came back from his fucking wake and then sat there like the only people there. And so Hedberg and I co-headlined tag team wrestling style. So you go up and do as much time as you could stomach to silence and then go tag, and then the other guy would go up and do as much time and then tag back and forth. So we covered our contractual agreement of 90 minutes, but
no one had the awkward stink.
Yeah.
That's great.
Those were the days.
Yeah. No, that's Minneapolis was always fun though. That was always going through that knuckleheads when we used to.
I don't get enough like email contact. Like when you're on Facebook, all your old friends are supposed to find you. I want to like Tammy Nerby. Whatever happened to Tammy Nerby?
She's living in England, I think.
Is she? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't.
Her sister works in Duluth as the weather lady still.
I love those emails. Or you go, hey, you remember? Oh fuck, Tim Chapdelaine. Mm-hmm. I still Tegan. I'll tell you that story afterwards. But she was friends with a suicide girl. That anyway. But yeah, I see her.
Well, do you remember the?
I think Chaille's trying to chime in.
What?
Nope.
Oh, do you remember the knuckleheads?
Maybe he was just snoozing. Chaille's a fucking closet narcoleptic, and he'll just be in the middle of a sentence, start snoring. So maybe that was.
There's nothing closet about it. I just haven't been actually diagnosed, but I plan on doing that when I get to Seattle.
Careful, they'll throw a boob job in.
Go ahead. What were you saying, Becker?
So the
Derby.
But I remember fucking
Tim Chapdelaine, you fucking ran into on a plane coming back from
Costa Rica. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's buying coffee.
Yeah, he was kind of like the Kramer.
Hmm.
He worked at the bar at Knuckleheads as a bartender, but he always had some scheme, his $1 million scheme. And fucking decade and a half later, Becker finds him on a plane coming back from Costa Rica.
And he
had a fucking scheme. He was buying Costa Rican coffee.
Bringing it up, roasting it himself, saving the middleman. And I was like, how's that working? How many bags you got? But and the other one was Knuckleheads. Where the staff was always really cool, and they were all really fun. But remember the one kid who robbed the bank?
What?
We won't use names, but you remember one of the
get caught?
Yeah, remember
because you can use his name. You don't remember his name.
No, I don't remember his name. Thank God. See, I'm protecting him. But there was the awkwardness. We're there. Was that the same time we did the Kirby Puckett thing?
We went and announced to the Acme Comedy Club staff, and this is at Kirby Puckett, his height of fame for the Minnesota Twins, that he had died in a car accident.
Because the highway was shut down, and they wouldn't announce any details, but it was a very important accident.
Well, no, it was just a.
It was a teacher. No, remember, a teacher burst into flames. That's why they didn't want to say
it was fucked. And we went in and said Kirby Puckett just got killed in a car accident.
And so for an hour, no one knows the truth.
They're watching the news, waiting for it. Like, I haven't heard, and they were really pissed off at us.
Oh, they were servers crying, and we're like, "Did you fuck them too? I thought it was just Nerby." Nerby. She got us tickets though. We would go sit with the divorced wives.
Yeah, she worked both me and Becker the same way. Got us free tickets to go see the Twins, and then brought us home and fucked us.
Mm-hmm. It was goddamn brilliant. I mean, if you like baseball.
Well, that's is that a podcast?
I think
I'm still wearing my eye mask, but I'm. Man. Keep this audio, Chaille. See if people can guess what we were doing. God damn it.
Oh, yeah, good fight.
Jesus.
Oh, come on.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
you knocked my block off.
I got it.
Yeah. Oh, let's start over. Okay, ready? Go. Oh! That kid's got a glass jaw.
Your block doesn't come off. You have this rig.
Yes, it does. No, it isn't.
All right.
Stop starting rumors. Because he lost 3 times.
Don't let's start. Okay.
So, Doug, what are your plans for the rest of the day? You've got about 10 more hours in Anchorage before you come back to Tucson.
Well, we're supposed to bartend at 2, and I think
3.
3?
Yeah.
She said 2.
Wow, she's a drunkard. She also said she was only working 2 hours last night.
Yeah.
You can't believe her.
Well, let's let her.
Yeah,
I'm following Becker's lead.
No, we'll figure it out because we're gonna go find breakfast.
Yeah, I have one more beer and I'll get the shakes away, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Mm-hmm. Then we'll just go right mimosa.
Oh, mimosas would be fantastic.
Yep. No, that's brilliant.
What's your signature drink, Doug? What are you gonna pour? You gonna bring some heat?
No, anything that
Jaeger with Tabasco?
If the ingredients are in the title, I'll make it.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, a vodka soda. I can figure out the fucking
that's
button
it.
on the
Cuba
gun.
Libre?
Can do it.
Yeah.
Cuba Libre, but anyone who orders one, you're a fucking asshole.
Pretentious pig.
Just say rum and Coke with a lime.
Yeah.
Why don't we do a tiki theme? Some Mai Tais?
I don't say screwdriver. I don't say a Cape Codder.
Yeah, I know. I
Fucking
hate
vodka
that.
and
That
cranberry,
kills me.
fucking
Yeah.
assholes.
Can I get an onion splitter? And I'm like, what? I love it. You know what? Blue Moon, you've seen that, right? You got to love this in Alaska. So Blue Moon, their whole ad campaign. Oh, we went around to bars and we had people try Blue Moon with a slice of orange and they loved it. And we won nothing. And I go, well, that's great, but oranges aren't really seasonal up here, Doug. And Blue Moon stopped showing up with oranges. So now I get every jackwad that orders Blue Moon. Can I get an orange? I go, the orange costs more than the fucking Blue Moon, you jackass. Yeah, as soon as I go, they're seasonal.
Yeah.
Idiot. Why don't you sell them fucking pantyhose with it, you 1940s rerun? You know what cures scurvy? Pirates.
All right, let's quit while we're ahead.
Yep.
And if you're listening to the Doug Stanhope podcast, you're about to hear the Matoid.
And if you're listening to Near the Wild, like you should be, you're going to hear Turkey in the Straw.
2 bits.
Remember, if the bus is rocking, it's Doug's hands.
Hey, remember, Mat Becker, his inevitable first tweet will come at Houdini357.
It's going to be a doozy. Hashtag doozy.
It'll have something racist and a fucking cockpick going, how does this thing work?
We're trying to figure out the one tweet that can get me banned for life in one tweet. It's like that one move in chess where you win. And you're like, how did he do that? It's a secret.
All right, I got to go find beer that's not frozen or warm. Things to do.
Well, you've listened to another episode of Near the Wild. I'm Mat Becker, sitting on a bus. Done.
You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Mat Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Mat Becker's backyard bus. Engineered by me, Greg Chaille.